Can humans survive a dinosaur-killing asteroid? That's a question to ponder upon. Imagine taking a step back in time, about 66 million years ago. The Earth was teeming with life, dominated by magnificent creatures we now know as dinosaurs. But their reign was not to last. A catastrophic event was about to unfold, one that would change the course of life on Earth forever. From the depths of space, an asteroid, roughly the size of Mount Everest, was hurtling towards Earth. Traveling at a staggering speed of 20 kilometers per second, it was on a collision course with our planet. The impact was inevitable, and when it occurred, it was unlike anything Earth had ever experienced. The asteroid struck with a force equivalent to billions of atomic bombs. The collision was so powerful that it punched a hole in the Earth's crust, creating the Chicxulub crater, which is more than 150 kilometers in diameter. The impact hurled vast amounts of debris into the atmosphere, blocking out the sun and plunging the Earth into darkness. This was the beginning of a period now known as the nuclear winter. Temperatures plummeted, and for years the Earth was shrouded in a cold, dark haze. Without sunlight, photosynthesis came to a halt, causing a collapse in the food chain. Acid rain fell from the skies, scorching the land, and global firestorms raged, fueled by the intense heat from the impact. The aftermath of the asteroid strike was a world almost unrecognizable. The once thriving ecosystems were in ruins, and the dinosaurs, unable to adapt to this harsh new environment, began to die out. In less than 1,000 years, the dinosaurs, a species that had ruled the Earth for over 160 million years, were extinct. So this was the fate of the dinosaurs, a dominant species wiped out in a geological blink of an eye. Now, let's fast forward to the present day. Are we humans under a similar threat? In the grand cosmic lottery, the possibility of Earth being hit by a dinosaur-killing asteroid again isn't zero, but it's extremely low. Asteroids of significant size do cross paths with Earth's orbit from time to time, but most are small enough to burn up in our atmosphere before making a ground impact. However, the universe is vast and unpredictable, and an event like the one that wiped out the dinosaurs around 65 million years ago could happen again. The fact is, asteroids have been hitting Earth for billions of years and will continue to do so. But the good news is, the frequency of massive impacts is low, occurring once every few million years or so. When we speak of asteroids that could potentially pose a threat to life on Earth, we're talking about space rocks approximately 1 kilometer or more in diameter. An impact from an asteroid this size would be a global catastrophe, causing massive destruction and drastically changing our climate. But before you start building your asteroid-proof bunker, let's talk about what we're doing to prevent such a disaster. That's where NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office comes to the stage. This team of scientists and engineers is working tirelessly to detect, track, and characterize near-Earth objects. They're our first line of defense, monitoring the skies for potentially hazardous asteroids and comets that could come within 30 million miles of our planet. And if they find a threat, they're developing strategies to deflect it. Ideas range from gravitational tractors, which would subtly alter an asteroid's path over time, to the more dramatic kinetic impactors, which would strike the asteroid to change its course. So, while the universe can be a bit of a cosmic shooting gallery, we're not just sitting ducks. Our understanding of the universe and our place in it is constantly evolving, and with it, our ability to protect our home planet. While the threat is real, we have technologies in place to detect and potentially deflect these celestial threats. But what if, despite all our efforts, a dinosaur-killing asteroid does hit the Earth? Can we survive? Let's picture the scenario. An asteroid strikes our planet, instantly causing a massive explosion, wildfires, and an immediate drop in temperature. The impact would be catastrophic, with immediate death for many and a significant shift in the Earth's climate, leading to a so-called nuclear winter. In this grim situation, survival would depend on our ability to adapt swiftly. One strategy might be to live underground. Shelters buried deep beneath the Earth's surface could provide some protection from the initial impact and the subsequent harsh climate changes. However, living underground poses its own challenges. How do we grow food without sunlight? How do we manage waste? And what about the psychological effects of living in such conditions? To overcome these challenges, we might turn to hydroponics and aquaponics, technologies that allow us to grow plants with minimal water and no soil, using artificial light sources. Waste management could be handled through recycling and composting systems. As for the psychological challenges, fostering a sense of community and maintaining communication with other survivors could help mitigate feelings of isolation and despair. Alternatively, we might consider living in space or on other planets. This strategy, while ambitious, also carries a host of challenges. Space radiation, for instance, poses a significant threat to human health. Then there's the issue of producing food and other necessities in a hostile environment. To tackle these problems, we'd need to develop new technology and practices. Advanced shielding techniques could protect against space radiation, while hydroponics and other innovative farming methods could allow us to grow food in space. Mental health would again be a major challenge, but regular communication with Earth and perhaps even virtual reality technology could help maintain morale and mental stability. Survival is possible, but it would be a challenging and drastically different existence. Would we be able to adapt and overcome these challenges? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: our survival instinct is one of the strongest forces in the universe. So, can we survive a dinosaur-killing asteroid? The answer is not as straightforward as one might think. Let's recap. The dinosaur-killing asteroid that struck Earth millions of years ago caused a mass extinction event, irrevocably altering life on our planet. Today, asteroids still pose a real threat. Yet, unlike our prehistoric counterparts, we have developed technologies that could potentially help us avoid a similar fate. We've looked at the systems in place to detect and track these celestial bodies, like space telescopes and monitoring programs. We've also explored the strategies we could use to deflect or destroy an incoming asteroid, such as kinetic impactors or nuclear devices. But what if an asteroid does hit? We've discussed the plans for human survival in such a scenario, which include underground bunkers, off-planet colonies, and self-sustaining ecosystems. While we hope that such a catastrophic event never happens, it is always wise to be prepared. After all, survival is the strongest instinct of all species, including us humans.